everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111. Hope you're all doing well. It's Sunday afternoon. It's about noon here in California, July 7th. I was just really inspired. 7 is it's the month, 7 is the date, and I just really wanted to do something today for the collective. I'm back in town and I'm back in my office, and I wanted to do a reading for all of you today on 7/7. As you know, or maybe you don't, 7 is the number of spirituality, about seeking answers, about it's a like if that's your life path number, the number 7 is all about seeking answers to spirituality. It's about spending time alone. It's about contemplation. The actual life path of number 7 is called the seeker, and that seeker is someone where their personal mission is to develop their spirituality, their sense of spirituality, their intuition, their trust, their openness. And I don't know if how many of you are number 7s out there, but 7 is very much that energy. Is what is happening here is this collective has been on a journey, a major one, okay? And this journey was about their self-evolvement, their ascension, their self-discovery, and they spent a great deal of time alone, in the hermit's energy, okay? And so what I'm getting in this reading today is that a great deal of healing has occurred. The masculine is actually ready and reborn. He is born, okay? So we've been talking about for months now the feminine's giving birth to the masculine, etc. Based on this reading, he is born. He is born, and now he's quickly coming up into this energy of this person who will now take action towards his queen, okay? So 7 life path. If you are 7 life path, July 7th, today, this is a special reading for you. If you are not, it doesn't matter. Just take what resonates, okay? But I really, we've got the Chariot card for our masculine has come up 3 times in his headspace, 2 times in the message to him. So 7 is just big. And so I knew it. I knew it was going to be. This connection is stabilizing. We have a lot of 4s on the table. 4 of swords, 4 of wands, 4 of pentacles, 4 of cups. All the 4s are here. Judgment is here. Lots of times. I can't even count because there's too many cards on the table. So what I want to do is I want to get started. And before I do, if you want to book your own personal reading with me, go to queenoflight1111.com. I do coaching sessions to help heal, to help get you into this place of being ready for union. Union within you has to happen first before you can come into physical union with your twin. And are you here for physical union? If you know, great. If you don't, then Akashic Records reading is probably a good idea for you so that you can see what your contract is with your masculine or your feminine, and I offer that on my website as well, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Bottom of the deck for the messages for the Blessed Bee is, what is it? A blessing for peace of mind. I gotta tell you, I really feel like this has a lot to do with both of them, perhaps a little bit more. Well, no, for both of them equally, because he's in the 4 of Swords energy and she's still healing that old 7 of Swords. But just not in a painful way. There's no pain in her heart anymore. Now it's just about how to utilize that lesson and move it forward and make different decisions so that they can stay in their healing. So the bottom of the deck for the Blessed Bee is a blessing for peace of mind. He has it, she does as well. The clarifiers that I used for their blessings was the Tarot of Dreams deck by Ciro Marchetti, and the bottom of the deck is the Fool. They've gotten the Fool a few times here. I forget where, but you will see that as we go out or as we go into this reading. They're ready for a new beginning. They are ready for a new beginning. They're starting fresh now because they're coming together from a healed place. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first message for our masculine, he's got a lot of blue, guys. He's got a lot of blue in his reading. Blue is associated with the throat chakra. He is ready to speak his truth, speak his mind, because he has healed. He has healed his heart. He has healed behaviors. He has learned his lessons. And the universe has been guiding him because we've got the star card right out the deck in his headspace. The universe has been guiding him, helping rebirth him for this union. So his first card out is a number 4 card. Remember, I said we have a lot of 4s. The 4 is about stabilization, okay? This is also about, setting up a strong, stable foundation. So this specific Blessed Be card about a blessing of the waters has to do with healing energy, okay? So when I get this card, and as a blessing for him, it's been a while since I used this camera. When I get this blessing for him, this has everything to do with the power of water to cleanse and purify, rebirth and restore. He's been reborn. He's reborn into this highly ascended, evolved masculine, okay? And so what this is saying, I'm going to just read this short version out of this, is from the great bodies of water in this world, we arose, we humans, more water than flesh, shaped from the bones of the land and caressed into form by the mountains of our liquid mother, the ocean. We arose and came to the earth by way of water. While we wait to be born into this new lifetime, we are nurtured from conception by the waters before we emerge from our mothers and meet land and air. So it is the water we turn to when we must be reborn. So remember, this is like being in the womb, right? That amniotic sac is filled with amniotic fluid. That's where that baby is held, okay, for the rebirth. I just said, before I even read this, because I didn't really know what this meant, all I just felt like this is him being ready to communicate his emotions. This is him stabilizing for union because he is born. And so what is his clarifier? The number 7 card, the Chariot. Look at all the blue in this card. Look at all the blue in this card. And look at all the water in this card, okay? The Chariot typically does not have a bunch of water in the card. If you look at the Chariot here in this deck, he's got it in his headspace. There's no water there, okay? He's got it as a clarifier in his headspace. The horses are coming out of the water. So he's really balancing his emotions. He's balancing his head and his heart space. And he's ready to move forward, man. He's ready to move forward with his emotions and talk about his emotions. And he is being blessed to do that, to move forward, to come in to a stable union with his queen. That is his blessing, okay? That is his blessing. So I'm going to move these cards here. What is our blessing for our feminine? Blessing of a journey. Hey, look at this. Number 22. That's also a number 4. She's stabilizing too. She's got the 4 of Pentacles. She's got the 4 of Wands. I think she has another 4, but she's very much, the universe is blessing her on this journey that she's been on, that feels like she's been on for a long time. And I really feel like intuitively what we're getting here for her is that, yes, feminine, you've been on this journey for a long time. It is stable now. So her blessing says, a blessing on your time away from home and on the road, a blessing on the in-between, the liminal space, the borderlands you will inhabit. May the road you take be blessed as you begin this journey into the unknown, right? This union is happening. And so now we've healed. So now how is this union taking place? Like, where are we going? Okay. And they're blessing her. It says, for a while, you may have plans and a map and a compass to guide you. There is much that will surprise and amaze you. May the leaving of home be done with ease, knowing it will be safe until you return to its shelter once more. May you experience the joy of anticipation. Let the moment of embarkation be a great thrill when you take flight or board a ship or car or whatever vehicle. This is also about a journey, like in the literal sense. So I don't know, like I just went away, right? I just went away. I just came back. But I also feel like because I asked for specifically what is the message to this feminine, what is her blessing as related to her masculine? And we are leaving that old paradigm, that old connection, okay? And we are now stabilizing to enter the new. This is the blessing of the journey. And her card, and notice, guys, notice these are all blue cards. They're all coming into their emotions. This is blue for him. This is blue for his clarifier. Now we've got a blue for a blessing on the journey. And her clarifier is the Two of Swords. She's pulling back her swords, okay? She's blindfolded herself. She's not asserting herself. She's just kind of going within. She's letting the universe guide her masculine, guide this connection. Because she's healed and now she's just kind of retreated to let the universe continue to take her on this journey. Remember what this said about the unknown. When you blindfold yourself, you don't know where you're going. You're just trusting. You're trusting the universe. And that is the place where she is at. She's not, controlling the connection. She's not controlling the masculine. She's not controlling where this goes. She's just surrendering. That is her blessing. Put the blindfold on. Trust in the universe. You don't need to duel. You don't need to assert. That is our feminine's blessing. And just stay in your emotions. Stay in this place of stability. A 4 for him, 22, which is a 4 for her. They are stabilizing so that this action, this Chariot card, he's not blindfolded. He knows exactly where he's going, and she will be there ready to receive. That is the ultimate balance of the masculine and the feminine. She is healed. She is ready. She's ready to receive. She's standing in her power, and he is healed. He has made a decision, and he's ready to move forward to his feminine. Okay? Hope that makes sense. What is the blessing for the connection, guys? You're not going to believe it. A blessing to heal a relationship. This is the number 28, which adds up to a 10, which is a 1. New beginnings, new beginnings. 10 is also completion. They've healed their connection, and now they're traveling into the unknown, into union. So when this card comes up as a blessing for their connection, what does it mean? What does it mean? Look at how peaceful it is. She's just there. The raven is there. A blessing to aid you when a relationship seems to be a struggle and you cannot find a way to mend your torn heart. This blessing is yours, a charge of energy with which you can reweave the threads that once gently held you in suspended relationship. Once gently held you in suspended relationship. This relationship is not suspended anymore. It is moving forward. Once there was understanding and intimacy, ease and comfort, but for a while now there may have been trouble and discord, a sense of displeasure that stains the day, making the time you spend together uncomfortable and self-conscious. So take now this blessing and pour it upon the troubled water between you. And what is the clarifier? 6 of Wands. Success. This water, look at all the water, guys. A blessing of the waters. The Chariot has water. This blue in the blessing on a journey. 2 of Swords is blue. Healing and emotions. They're pouring this blessing. This reminds me of Temperance. This came out for our feminine, came out for our masculine. These are the healing waters that the universe, it's been helping him too, has been pouring on this connection to heal it for success, because this collective, and the Akashic shows it, is for union, okay? And this 6 of Wands is the success. This number 6 is of harmony. And I don't know if you guys see this, but look at this here. Oh, here's the camera. Look at this here. That looks like a number 4. Stabilization, union, 4 of Wands, okay? All right, so now let's go ahead and get into our masculine and feminine's head, heart, and 3D space, like what is happening in their environment. So let's take a look at our masculine first. Head, heart, 3D. His bottom of the deck, he's our king, the King of Wands, standing in his power, ready to take action, ready to move this connection forward. For his clarifiers, Page of Wands. I love that the King of Wands came out with the Page of Wands as the bottoms of the deck. Why? Because he's taking action and he's communicating and he's inspired as a king. He's going to lead as a king. He has this new creativity, this new passion that he's been reborn. He's been reborn from a page to a king. He's born, okay? He's here, ready to take action towards his feminine. And so our feminine head, heart, and 3D space, she's the match, the queen of wands, right? But this is not like with or without you. This is, hey, I'm matching you. You're matching me. They're matching everywhere. He is rising up. She has risen up. And they're a powerful, powerful couple now. Her clarifiers is the Emperor, because she knows that now he is her divine masculine. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started. In his headspace, it's 7:17, guys. I don't know if you can see that. But but it's not really. It's really 12:21, which is 1221. Oh my God, mirrored numbers. Okay, that's interesting. I don't even know what that means, but there you go. In his headspace, when he thinks about his feminine, 2 of Swords, okay? 2 of Swords, he's going within again, okay? He's going within in his headspace. He's probably double checking himself, making sure that he's on the right track. And so I clarified this 2 of Swords. It has to do with the star. He's healing. He's balancing his head and his heart space. The universe is guiding him. He has hope. He has renewal. He has transformation. This is a very high vibration now. He doesn't just go into stalemate because he's in his ego. No, he's going into this place of going within because he's in this higher vibration of healing. He's not like, going into stalemate because, oh, I'm, withholding, or I'm, going to be stubborn and rigid. No, he stops because he knows he needs to continue some healing, okay? Or that he's double checking to make sure he's in the right path. He is aligned in his head and his heart and in his spirit. So when he's thinking about his feminine, he's just taken a quick little retreat. So if you've been in conversation with your masculine and maybe it's been a couple of days and you haven't heard from him, he's just going in, doing a gut check, making sure he's still healed. Why? Because he's got wishes, 9 of Cups. He's got wishes that he wants to move towards. And I said, what is this clarifier on the wish? Chariot, okay? He wants to move forward towards his wish. He wants to be in this place of stability. He wants to be in his emotions. He wants to be in his king, like in his king energy, to take action, move forward. This is another number 7. This is about, he knows the answer. He knows what he wants. He knows what he wants to do. And he's ready to take action towards his feminine. So he's doing a little gut check or a mind check, heart check in his headspace, okay? Make sure he's on the right track. He's got his wishes, 9 of Cups, that he wants to move towards. And then we have the Chariot again. So he's gone in, doing some inner work. He's looking at his wishes that he's healing, wants to move towards. He wants to move towards them even more, Chariot on Chariot. And I said, okay, what is this second Chariot about? 4 of Swords, healing, right? Remember I said he's just like, he's retreating only because he wants to make sure that he's ready. He's healed. He doesn't want to hurt himself again. He doesn't want to hurt his feminine again. And so he's just in this place like, man, if he's moving towards his feminine, it's because he wants a new beginning. He wants a strong, listen, what I'm getting right now, he's not going to do a repeat of this round and round and round, come together, go, separate. No, that's why he is moving at this pace of, yes, we're communicating. Let me do a gut check. Am I still healed? You are my wish. You are part of my wishes. And I need to balance myself out to move towards them. And I want to move towards them from a healed standpoint. I want to, heal any of my addictions, my pain, my wounds. So when I move forward, I can have this new beginning with my feminine and have a lighter sack. Look at this journey card, right? This is like, he doesn't have all this baggage anymore. He doesn't have the baggage anymore. Because he's healed. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So where is she in her headspace when she is thinking about her masculine? Okay, where is she? So she's doing the same, right? So her first card out is the 3 of Pentacles. And she's like, I'm ready to be a team again. I'm ready. We've learned our lessons from the past. I said, what is the Three of Pentacles energy about? Queen of Swords, okay? So she's like, she's not cutting him. She's not in the shadow energy. She's not cutting, but she's the wiser now about how to work as a team. She's wiser about how to work as a team. She knows that she doesn't need to embody the shadow of the Queen of Swords and cut and quip back and, you know, assert herself and assert her power and assert ultimatums. She knows that that shit doesn't work. It doesn't work. So she's the wiser now. She has her words. She's using her words. She's using her words to be in this partnership because she's learned her lessons. And now she's ready to move into the Six of Swords energy, which is about coming out of those rough waters that they used to be in, right? Remember, we have the blessing to heal the connection as their blessing for their connection, and they'll be successful. So because she's learned, she's ready. She's not going to assert herself anymore onto this connection. She's the wiser. She's healed, okay? And that's why in her blessing, she's got that her journey is blessed, and with the Two of Swords, and she doesn't need to do anything. He's going in, he's doing the work. It's time for him to come to her. And so she's learned that lesson, and that's helping her get into the smoother part of her headspace and in her thoughts, so that they can both be reborn. I really feel like when she thinks about her masculine and this judgment comes out, this is not like judgment like this, okay? So judgment came out for him too. So if you look at it in this card, it's just like, okay, there's this call to life. You know, the angel's there, very peaceful. If you look at the image here, like that angel has shown up, like flew over. It's like active. This looks more active than that other card. And so this is, and I clarified it. What's judgment about? Eight of Pentacles. For me, this isn't about money right now. This is about self-mastery. They have rebirthed themselves. And when she thinks about her masculine in her headspace, she has rebirthed herself to utilize this Queen of Swords energy so that she can work with her masculine as an equal, as a teammate, as someone who's wise, that helps her get out of this rough patch. This rebirth, this judgment, this evaluation has helped her master herself. Finally, Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is about, okay, I don't get that this is about third party, not for the feminine, not for the masculine. This has to do with this looking back. Do you see the two swords here? The two swords, right? The two swords here. Remember, we got the Two of Swords for her with her blessing of the journey. And so she's not doing anything about this anymore. She's just taken her Five Swords, learning her lessons, and being this Queen of Swords that I've learned from this energy. So I clarified it anyway, because before that Seven of Swords used to bug me. I got it today, not too much. Seven of Swords, clarified by the Hierophant. This is about learning. She's learned her lesson through this Seven of Swords energy in her headspace. She's learned lessons. And now it's time to do the right thing. And so I said, okay, let's just make sure that this contract is not deception. I said, what is it? Two of Wands. This is a place of we're making decisions. We're deciding which path to take. And I said, what path does she take? She takes the path of the Six of Swords, which is already in her headspace, which is this self-mastery. So this Seven of Swords energy that she's had in her connection, in her contract, in her relationship with her masculine, has taken her to a destination, to a place where these both lead to the same place. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a buck here and a buck here. This road leads to the same way. One may be shorter, longer, whatever your perception is, but ultimately it's going to lead you right to where you should be, which is in the Six of Swords energy, where you move out of the pain of the Seven of Swords. This feminine did not get any painful cards. She did not. She did not. She's releasing the pain now. And so that Seven of Swords, when I pull that, typically, I feel a little something in my heart, and I just don't anymore. I just don't. I don't feel it anymore, because we've learned the lesson. We've finally healed the wound so that we can come into union. And because our masculine is moving towards us, because we don't have to do anything anymore. Our journey is blessed, and because we have these healing waters blessing our connection, and we're going to be successful. That's his healing. He's healed himself. He's healed his mind, body, and spirit. She has mastered herself. She's healed this wound from their connection. So now in his heart space, when he is feeling for his feminine, what is he feeling? What is he feeling for his feminine in his heart? Okay, first card out, 4 wands. 4 wands. This is union. He wants stability. He wants a connection. He wants a marriage. Okay. So not only is he healing, he wants to move forward as a healed person into this new beginning. In his heart, he knows he wants to marry her. In his heart, he knows that. And he wants to move forward. Knight of Cups. Okay. He wants to move forward, offer a cup. But I said, what is this Knight of Cups about? Because the card that followed Knight of Cups is the 5 of Wands, which is conflict. So I said, okay, he wants this union. He wants to move forward, but he's conflicted. I said, what's the offer? The 4 of Cups here is about he's still kind of looking at the 3 of Cups, you know, like the stuff that happened, the things that he did in the past, okay? And that how he missed this blessing of his connection. And so he's moving forward is in conflict about, is she going to take the cup? Okay. And so I said, what's the 5 of Wands about? The 5 of Wands is he's coming out of this conflict. 6 of Swords. He's coming out of the conflict. Okay. And he's moving towards his Empress. The Empress. Okay. So what I'm getting is, and this is also about birthing in his heart. He's been birthed by his feminine, his queen. And so when I read this, I thought, okay, so he wants this union. He's feeling a little stagnant, though, about how to move forward because he is conflicted, but he's coming out of that energy of this internal and external conflict to move towards his feminine. It makes a lot of sense, guys, because he's got the Chariot clarified by the 4 of Swords in his headspace, and he's got the 2 of Swords clarified by the Star. So this healing of his heart, the 4 Cups, has to do a lot with your heart not being open. Okay. And now he's opening his heart. This is new for him. This is new for him. And so the 4 of Cups is like, I'm not taking her offer and I'm not rejecting it, but he's coming out of that conflict because he knows he wants union with his queen. I said, give me some more information about this Empress energy. And we got the Empress again. And I said, okay, all right. So queen on queen. He's like, yes, I know she's my queen. I said, all right, give me another card because I never got Empress on Empress before. And remember, she's already seeing him as her emperor. And he's seeing her as his Empress 2 times very, very strongly. That's why he's in this King of Wands energy, because he knows in his heart that she is his queen. I said, all right, what about the Empress? Temperance. Healing. Healing has everything to do with him being healed and her being healed. He's got the Star, which is about healing. He's got the 4 Swords, which is about healing. He's got all of this healing that he's done to be born again, to move forward to his queen. And so now he's moving forward to his queen because he's healed. And I said, all right, what's Temperance about? What did he heal? Or what's healed? He's learned his lessons. He's given up things that did not serve him, people, situations, things. He's learned his lesson. That's why he's healed. Who's he? King of Pentacles. It's the match to the Queen of Pentacles that she shows up as in her heart. He is ready to be her match. He is balanced now to be her match. Why? 4 Swords again. Because he's healed now, guys. To move forward, he's healed the shadow and the light within himself. He is awakened. He is reborn. 4 Swords. So our King of Pentacles, our divine masculine, has healed, and now he is balanced so he can be the emperor to our Empress. Okay? Now, what is she feeling when she feels for her masculine in her heart space? She comes out as the Queen of Pentacles. Strong, stable, nurturing, okay? The match to the King of Pentacles. So in her heart space, in her head space, perfect. Queen of Swords. So wise, wise feminine. In her heart space, nurturing, kind, She nurtures herself. She stands in her power. She sets up a beautiful home. She can be a wife, a mother, a business person. She's strong, solid to the earth in her heart. Okay? So in her heart, she's got that. Page of Pentacles follows. I said, what is this Page of Pentacles about? This is about making a small gesture, a small offer. And what is that? Five of Swords. I really feel like this has to do with, end of conflict, or that there was conflict. And I said, one more card around this Five of Swords, the Star. This conflict between the two of them has healed. It's healed. So now this offer, this movement forward, this inspiration of coming together through conflict has been balanced out. It's been healed. And so now we have justice. Her heart is balanced. That's why that Seven of Swords, that energy is not bad. It's healed. She's got her balance. I said, what is the Justice card? World. This is complete. That Seven of Swords is complete. It is balanced out. Those days are over. And now we have our contract. Again, the Hierophant, remember, which clarified that Seven of Swords. Now we have our contract that is now healed. Again, Temperance is a match to the heart space of our masculine for the Empress. And who was our Empress? Our Divine Feminine. And so he's healed, she's healed, right? They're ready for union. They're ready to come together. This is a connection where they're ready. They're ready. He's been reborn. He has healed. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So now what is happening in his environment as related to his feminine? Page of Wands match the Page of Wands here in his bottom of the deck. So he's got this new inspiration, this creativity, this passion for his feminine. He's communicating with her. I said, all right, give me some more information about this Page of Wands. What's the communication? Communication is about this divine connection with who? The Queen of Swords, who is the wiser, okay? The Queen of Swords. So there's this communication, this balancing that's happening. So if you look at this in the Lover's card, this is the divine connection. They're face to face, nose to nose, looking at each other. And this arrow here, this is Cupid's arrow coming through to pierce their hearts again, to open them up. The hearts are open again. So this is what's inspired. Their hearts are open, and he's inspired to love and choose his queen again and match her as the King of Swords, okay? And I said, what's this King of Swords about? Judgment. Judgment came out for him, for her in her self-mastery. Well, hey, now he's mastered and reborn as a man in his integrity, as a man of truth. That's why that Seven of Swords doesn't bug me, guys. A man of truth, integrity, and honesty. And who does he match? His Queen of Swords. He matches his Queen of Swords. And that's how he is born again. He's born into that King of Swords energy. For what? Union. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. And then we've got the Knight of Wands, which is he's ready to move quickly. Quickly into what? I clarified that. Two of Cups. I mean, this is what's happening in his environment. He's communicating with his queen. He is choosing her. He is born again as this man who is honest and a man of integrity, of truth. And that's the union he wants, and he wants to move towards with his feminine. So what's happening in her environment as related to her masculine? What's happening? Well, Ten of Swords. She's releasing all this pain. That's why that Seven of Swords doesn't bother me. What is this Ten of Swords about? King of Cups. She's releasing the pain as related to her masculine, the King of Cups. Okay? She knows he's coming into this energy now. She can feel his heart is open and all this pain is being released. And so now this Three of Wands is she can see her ships coming in. What's on that ship? Her masculine. What has she manifested? She wants union. And so this Three of Wands, I said, what is this about? And this is the Hermit. This is where she's discovered herself. She's learned about what she wants. This is where she's mastered herself so that she can manifest. Okay? And I said, okay, what happens after the Three of Wands? Four of Wands matches his heart space. They both want this union. And now, Four of Pentacles. I didn't get this as like a rigid, stubborn energy. I got that, all right, Now we're holding on to being stable. Holding on to being stable. Okay? They're holding on to their stability. I said, what's the Four of Pentacles about? The Chariot. Let me tell you, this absolutely means everything about stability. Why? Because you cannot move forward. If one tire is more has more air than the other, it's not going to move forward in balance. Holding on to stability so that they can continue to move forward. Chariot, another number 7. That's why I was very guided today to do this reading. And we have the Chariot once in his headspace, twice in his headspace. Okay? We've got the Chariot in her environment. We've got the life path. Today's July 7th, 7/7. We're seeking answers today. And the answers are, our masculine is born, and we are ready to hold on to what we have become as part of this journey to come into union. We're stabilized. 4 of Swords, he is healed. 4 of Cups, he's moving out of that energy. He's moving out of conflict. He's coming into this place of healing, of recovery, of awakening to his Empress. He is embodying the masculine energy, which is he is the one who's going to come forward to her, take action towards her. Because that's what he's supposed to do as the masculine. She stays in her strength and is there to create this safe home, this safe place for him to land. And who's him? The match, the King of Pentacles. Look at how we're matching here, guys. Look at 4 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Chariot, Chariot, Chariot for her. Temperance in his heart, Temperance in her heart. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. All right? There's a lot that's been going on in this connection. But now he's born. He's taken action towards union. All right, so now we're going to get into the connective energy. So what is happening? Lover's Path Tarot. Ace of Arrows as the bottom of the deck. The Ace of Arrows in this Lover's Path Tarot has everything to do with wisdom and understanding and intelligence. This is about incisive powers of the heart, clarity and good judgment, truth, the beginning of a cycle of intellectual growth. Well, hey, look at what we got. We got the Queen of Swords here and him being reborn as the king. Remember, King of Swords judgment. For what? For the 2 of Cups. And so she's a Queen of Swords here. She's healed that 7 of Swords wound. She's healed it. She's releasing the pain. She knows her masculine has his heart open now because he's been born. Okay? So this is about clarity. This is about new beginnings. This is about the truth, operating in the truth. First card out for them. 6 of Staves. So when the 6 of Staves comes out, this is all about success. Remember, we got that card already as a message from Spirit that this connection is now healed. Okay? This relationship is now healed. So the first card out is the 6 of Staves for their connection. What's happening in this connection? 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands comes out, and what does it mean? Triumph, honor, heroism. This has to do with enjoying success after hard work. They've worked very hard on themselves, on mastering themselves, on their connection. And so now this success, what does it have to do with? Healing, 4 of Swords. He's healed, she's healed. That's why right now they're enjoying success. 3 of Cups, this is about unions, happy unions. I use the book for this, guys. I don't use, I do use my intuition, but I wanted to know from the book, what is the 6 of Cups as related to the Lover's Path Tarot? 3 of Cups. What is the 3 of Cups about? Well, it has everything to do with joy, celebration, happy unions, peace, right? Great satisfaction. I said about what? Clarify. Queen of Cups. Okay, this is that match to the King of Cups. That, remember the 10 of Swords with the King of Cups? So now that's the end of that pain because his heart's opening up. Well, now her heart can open up. And here's that 6 of Swords. I said, give me another card for the Queen of Cups, 6 of Swords. Where do we get the 6 of Swords? In her headspace. that we're moving towards that self-mastery. Six of Swords also came up as a clarifier to the road that she takes. She's taking the road out of that pain energy and into her heart space. So we've got this success through healing. We've got this union where her heart's open and they can move forward into what? Princess of Staves. This is the Princess of Wands. And so when this comes up, this is all about communication, enthusiasm. This is about, inspiration, passion. So now their hearts are open. This passion matches his passion. So they're both equally passionate because they're both reborn. I clarified that Princess of Staves has to do with this rebirth. We've got Judgment here again. Judgment came out for him in what's happening as the King of Swords energy. Judgment came out for her. Where did it come out? Judgment came out for her. Man, too many cards, guys. I know it came out here. Judgment came out for him with the King of Swords. Judgment came out. Okay, I can't see it. Whatever. Whatever. That's fine. Sorry, guys. So anyway, there's that rebirth that's occurring, okay? And so they're both inspired because they're reborn again. Literally coming back to life into this new form that they're both in. For what? This new beginning. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles in this deck is all about, excuse me, growth, prosperity, fertility. This is about beginning a new phase in the connection. All right. This is in the 3D, a contentment in personal life. I said, okay, what does that have to do with? And we got the moon. The moon is about intuition. The moon is about, the universe working behind the scenes. This is also about this moon's energy. We came out of this eclipse, right? So I said, give me another card on this moon around this new beginning, Queen of Swords. Because they're both operating wiser. Why? Because she's led the way, Queen of Swords. I really feel like she does moon ritual or something. And so that's why this new beginning, this rebirths are occurring, is because there is this heightened intuition and things that happen during the moon's phases that this new beginning is now starting to manifest. And what happens after this new beginning? King of Cups matches that Queen of Cups for the union. What about the King of Cups in this energy of the Lover's Path? The King of Cups energy has everything to do with, mastery, emotional wisdom. Okay, remember that King of Cups came out as a clarifier to her Ten of Swords. She's the wiser Queen of Swords. She knows he's coming into this King of Cups energy. So this is about learning from love relationships, ability to live up to the ideals and dreams. This is about someone who's emotionally mature, wise, someone who has integrity, and someone who symbolizes all of these forces. She knows he's that person. I said, clarify King of Cups. Six of Wands. We got that already in that blessing. This is success in this connection over this conflict. Five of Staves. This is prior to this, they were like competing. There was ego. There were blows. He's got the Five of Wands in his heart, which he's coming out of. Okay. So this conflict was around, or is around, this Ten of Pentacles, how to build something long term. As the King of Cups, I said another card, have this new beginning. So this is our masculine coming out of this energy to, plan for the long term, to be in his heart space, to have this new beginning. These are all his cards, But she's that Queen of Swords. She's already had the foresight to know that he's ending that old cycle and coming into the King of Cups energy. Into what? Final card for their current connection. Innocence. That new beginning. That is the Fool's card in the Lover's Path Tarot. And so it means the Fool, right? It means the start of this new journey, right? Remember, she's on this new journey. That's what she got a blessing for. She's on this new journey. He's got the blessing to come into his emotions, move towards it with the Chariot card, and that their relationship is now healed. Water has been poured upon them, and they are going to be successful. So this new beginning that they're working towards in their connection, we got the Fool's energy a lot of times here. Fool in his headspace, Fool as a clarifier to that King of Cups, which is what he wants. And now a Fool, the Fool energy and this connection about where it's going. They're going into this new beginning, this new journey. This is about the start of a great journey. Innocence that allows us to open up to possibilities and protects us from difficulties. Facing fear and trusting our hearts, feeling protected by the divine. We have the star card in his head. We have the star in our heart. The universe has been guiding this. And I said, all right, clarify, please. The Fool, Knight of Swords. We're taking action and speaking our truth now because we are trusting our hearts. And our heart is with each other. So what's happening in the current connection? Recap. There's success because we've healed. We're coming into union because our Queen of Cups is now moving forward into opening up her heart space, okay? Because she knows her masculine is there. And now we've got this new inspiration and this rebirth. We've mastered ourselves. We're having this new beginning that we've prayed for under the moon because we are the wiser. Our masculine is becoming our match, not only as the King of Swords, but as the King of Cups. And he is successful. He's going to declare victory over that energy. He's coming out of this conflict, okay? They're both coming out of this conflict, planning for this new beginning, staying in this King of Cups energy for this new journey, Fool's energy, okay? So that we can stay on this Fool's energy and continue to speak our truth with each other because now we trust each other. All right, so the bottom of the deck, obviously, for the Lover's Path was this Ace of Arrows, right? Which was this new beginning, this truth, this clarity. The clarifier for the clarifiers for this was the Knight of Coins, okay? The Knight of Coins. This is about slow and steady movement forward. No one is rushing into things anymore because they're the wiser. Rushing in screws things up, okay? So now, let's get to what is going to happen in the future. I just said, I just wanted to know, are we still headed in the right direction? Absolutely. Bottom of the deck is the Strength card. We are stronger now. We are stronger individuals and we're stronger partners and our connection is stronger. Why? Ace of Cups, the clarifiers. Because we love ourselves and now we have this brand new love that we are birthing, that we are now joining, that is now being handed to us because now we're seeing that blessing. He's seeing that blessing, that Ace of Cups in the back. He sees it now. She sees it now. It's so funny. Underneath that Ace of Cups was the Fool card, guys. So, all right, what happens in the future? Two of Wands. They come together quickly, right? So they're looking at this. Now we want to come together. We're ready. We're passionate. We're ready to come together. We're continuing to speak our truth. We are coming in for union. Four of Wands again. Four of Wands in his heart. Four of Wands in her 3D space. Four of Wands again in the future. They're coming into union. I said, what is Four of Wands about? Empress. They're creating, they're birthing this union and this new beginning. Okay, why? Because she's smarter. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords here. Queen of Swords here. She's the wiser, and now he's stable, and he's solid, and he's healed. And remember, King of Pentacles, this is who he turns into when he is healed. Not only is he the King of Swords, which matches our Queen, but he's the King of Pentacles, which matches our Queen here. Okay? And then we move forward. Cupid's arrows fly, and we move forward into this connection, this strong, strong partnership. Oh my God, guys, that's a beautiful reading. I'm just inclined to just pull one card from the Mermaid deck, just like what's happening when he sees his feminine, just like how we know he's in love with her, he loves her, he wants to stabilize, he's being reborn, she's stabilizing. Let me just get one mermaid card for our masculine. Here we go. Honor the masculine. It says respecting men, embracing the masculine. He's just saying, I am your masculine now, okay? And it just doesn't feel, this doesn't feel like an energy like respect me, blah, blah, blah. This is just like him just saying, I worked hard to be your masculine, to be your emperor. Honor the masculine. Honor the masculine in me, the man that I've become, because he's no longer the man that he was. He is reborn again. All right, one for our feminine. Divine sensuality, making love. Okay, so she's very much in her passion, in her emotions, right? Why? She's that Queen of Wands in the bottom of her deck. She's passionate about her masculine. She's very passionate about her masculine. One for the connection. Here we go. Transparency. They come out as the King and Queen of Swords, King and Queen of Pentacles, Temperance, Emperor, Empress. Okay? Transparency, honest, authentic, genuine, present. They are exactly who they are now, and they are exactly who they are showing themselves to be. This is a number 10, which is a number 1. He started his new journey as the masculine now. This is divine sensuality, 22, a number 4. She's stable. She's passionate about him. This is a number 2. This is about partnership. And remember, we just got that 2 of Wands in that after tarot. They're coming together as their honest and authentic versions of themselves. Bottom of the deck, air. This couple, they're breathing deep. They're entering into life, exchanging life-breathing energies. They are exchanging air now. They're exchanging space now. They're coming into union. I hope that helped, guys. I really do. If there is, anything that doesn't resonate, then you don't have to take those messages. But this is exactly what's come out. This collective is for union. And if you want your own personal reading, reach out to me through queenoflight1111.com and book your own personal session. And again, if you're interested in coaching with me as well, I do that too. And I just feel like that is a huge, huge part of the journey, coaching and healing, because you must become one within before you become one in the physical with your masculine. Have a wonderful Sunday, everybody, and I will be back soon. Bye.